What's up gamers, some more Final Fantasy content, and in this video here is 10 different tips you need to know as an early player starting to play Final Fantasy 16. These are things that I wish I knew earlier as I started playing the game, and as you make progress you're wondering what actually happened and how you didn't stumble upon this earlier. Make sure you guys do stick around here until the end so you don't miss out. Now the first tip guys is really basic, and that's try your best to know the gears and items section really well, as this section will really help you in terms of upgrading your attacking and defenses stats. Blackthorn and Sharon, which are two very important individuals you're going to be meeting in the storyline. Blackthorn, which is actually a blacksmith, provides weapons and useful crafting items, and Sharon provides lots of healing items and potions to boost your defenses and attack so you don't get shitted on, by one of those unexpected icon fights. Yeah, remember fams, this is actually super important to always check in with them now and again to see what new weapons and items they have in store, so you can upgrade and keep up with the game as you progress, because trust me, you are going to be facing tougher enemies. Tip 2 guys is explore more often. As I'm really in love with the Final Fantasy 16 guys, which is crazy, it is an open world game, so take your time to explore, and even in the space of doing like main missions and stuff, take the time to wander down a secret path or even a dark corner in buildings, because you never know what you might actually find. Tip 3 fams, for early people, don't forget to claim your pre-order bonuses. Now a lot of you guys pre-ordered the game, myself included, and it was pretty awesome that we got some early stuff, but a lot of you basically didn't know where to find these. Now if you did pre-order the game, the bonuses are super helpful to start the game with an edge, and to claim these bonuses, you first need to go to main menu and go all the way to the systems tab, and then scroll until you see redeemables. From there you'll see all of the pre-order bonuses, including a purple rarity sword, and that will come in handy really quickly guys at the start of the game. Now for tip 4 guys, which is really cool, not gonna lie, a lot of people didn't know about this, but there's a chance you will also run out of healing items mid-battle, and this can be really stressful, especially if an enemy has you down to like one hit and you're thinking, oh, I'm gonna die here and all that. To get an emergency health regeneration, just call on your trusty friend, which is Torgle guys. Torgle will help you regenerate your health up a little, which I believe is, I'm pretty sure is like half point or halfway of half of your health with its special barking ability. And not gonna lie, this really comes in clutch. Also, there's this thing as well guys, in the gear and icons tab, equip the ring of assistance and you'll get Torgle to assist you automatically without you lifting a finger to tell him what to do. And this AI feature is really good, which brings me to tip number 5. The gear and icon sections also carry other rings as well, which affects the gameplay on a different scale guys. As you know, the combos in this game can really get like complex, like the further you go into the game, like the progress. And trust me, the more progress you make, the more combinations you have to learn to take down larger enemies, because to be honest, those are the ones that actually does a lot of high damage. Now in the gear and icons section, there's this ring of timely strikes that allows you to hit a ton of different combinations with only using the square button. Now to equip this, all you have to do is select it right here and choose whether you want it to add to section 1, 2, or even 3. Not gonna lie, this feature works best for people who can't remember all the combos like myself. Tip number 6 guys is super common, but I see a lot of gamers tend to not do it, especially when it comes to these types of games that forces you to press like a ton of buttons. What I'm actually talking about guys is taking the time to know your enemy. Now the way Final Fantasy 16 is guys, it's not necessarily one of those games that the big AIs adapt to how you play. The level of their movements and attack changes on how far down you bring their health bar, especially the big ones. Some of the medium-sized and small enemies, just like continue to do the same pattern of attacks until you kill them. And at that point, you just have to play passive and anticipate the moves before they strike. Usually when I face an enemy for the first time, I kind of stand still like a moron to see what they do first. That way I kind of have an idea of what attacks he's gonna do and see if it's hard to dodge or not, or possibly counter as well. Trust me guys, if you become a master at the dodge button, you find yourself not even losing a speck of health once you finish a fight. The game has this amazing angle to see opponents attack before they hit you, making the dodging so much more easier. Now the best way to always have the edge on opponents is to always time your attacks after dodge. There's also this ring of timely evasions, which is crazy, guys. This allows you to dodge attacks automatically as long as it's possible, and you don't even have to lift a finger, guys. It's just like autopilot, to be honest. Tip number 7 is really important as well, guys, and this allows you to get rid of enemies super fast. The staggering feature is seriously one of the most effective way to do some serious damages to opponents. Staggering opponents is based on the number of combinations you can land on it. However, using different icon moves and combos tend to lower the staggering meter even faster. Tip number 8, guys, is for people who basically find themselves always low on gil, which is actually the currency in Final Fantasy. Make sure as you make progress into the game, all of the old weapons and items that you're not really using anymore, just go to Sharon or even other merchants around the map and sell all of those items, guys, to get some extra gil. Some of the old items has no use in your inventory, so it makes a lot of sense to just sell them and get a lot of gil for upgrades and, you know, to buy other stuff and all that. But what you don't really want to sell, guys, in my opinion, is items that might have great use for you, like in upgrades, such as like crafting items. Never sell crafting items in adventure games. Trust me, you are gonna regret it. Tip 9, guys, this is actually focused more on combat wise, and not gonna lie, this really helped me out so much early game. By now, everyone must know the fire icon that is embedded in Clive, which is called Ifrit. This move is entirely based on it, and the move is called Flames of Rebirth. This is a must-know move, guys, especially if you want to get rid of enemies early in the game, like when they're crowded on you, multiple. It works really well in cramped areas and you're surrounded by enemies, guys. It's crazy. And fun fact as well, it also restores Clive's HP a little bit after use, which is pretty cool. Now for final tip, guys, I always save the best for last, and that is unlocking the Chocobo. The Chocobo is the vehicle of the Final Fantasy world, if you will. And trust me, it is really well needed some of the time because you find yourself running almost everywhere when doing missions. Now the prerequisite of getting the Chocobo, guys, is reaching about level 24 or possibly level 25, I believe. That's where I was when I unlocked it. And as soon as you finish one of the first missions at the new hideout, which is what you're seeing on screen, you will be summoned by one of the quest givers, which I believe is Otto. Now Otto is going to be talking to you about something that happened at Martha's Rest, and once you go to Martha's Rest and see what's happening, you know, probably kill some enemies and so on and so forth, upon completing that quest, you will then be given a side quest called Release. This is where you're going to be getting the chance to unlock your Chocobo. Once returning to Martha at her inn and talking to her and all sorts of that, you're probably going to be completing the challenge called Release. And then once you come out of the inn, guys, walk straight down to the bridge where you're going to be seeing this character called Roland. Roland is going to be talking to you about a whole bunch of stuff regarding this mysterious Chocobo that actually protects the village and so on and so forth, and how they're fighting bandits in the distance and all sorts of that and all sorts of that. Now all you guys have to do is accept this quest and prioritize it. Once you do that, follow the green waypoint and it will lead you directly to the bandits that's attacking the Chocobos. Go ahead and defeat all of these bandits, and once you do, a cutscene will then show Clive interacting with a specific white Chocobo out of the bunch, which he then realizes it's the same one that saved his life in the past. After that, Roland will appear, giving you your gears and stuff needed to ride the Chocobo, and basically sending you off on your way. Now, the Chocobo can be summoned anywhere, guys, that basically has like an open world or field, and you can pretty much get around super fast on this. And there's like a hidden square button you guys didn't know about. You can actually attack with it. Just press square and you can, you know, attack things, so on and so forth. Now with that being said, guys, thank you so much for tuning in on today's video. If you've made it to the end, you are a legend, and don't forget to drop a like. It helps out the channel tremendously, and if you're new as well, subscribe. I'm gonna be trying to drop more tips for Final Fantasy, guys, as soon as I complete the game, and I think there's like a whole bunch of stuff to do, so make sure you guys stay tuned here on the channel. See you guys in the next one. Peace out.